Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
The first of 3 here on Thanksgiving Day. The Texans and Lions underway from Detroit. Fielded in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Ready? 180. 55 to Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get somebody.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 26.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run for first down with DeAndre Swift. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The tackle made.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
A 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 36, Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, 24.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
And the Texans first down.
Now Watson. He gets it to Crooks. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Check the backer.
On second down now. It's Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. for Carlos Hyde. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 11 more on that one and another first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down, Houston.
They run high. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
The kick is good.
And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Texans 7, Lions nothing. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Stafford's pass intercepted by the Texans.
And coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
20-yard line.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
He was brought down by Will.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the Lions' 8-yard line.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Safety creep.
To Johnson again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. Omaha, ready to move. Check. 55 to line.
After the run, now Stafford gonna throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now the pass called in by Kenny Stills. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Johnson on the count. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Jeff Okudah up from his cornerback spot to make the play.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Number 4, Deshaun Watson on the keeper. He was brought down by Jamal Wiltz. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Watson now to throw. He may try and run. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And
on Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
First and 10.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Texans 17. Lions nothing.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, man, watch the boot, Mike 41.
Throwing again. Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Strong left. Hey, we got 3 down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Let's go.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Into the hands of the tight end, this is Jordan Thomas. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Quick throw completed by Watson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Hey, 31!
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Watson looks to throw again. Being chased out left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Going deep here for Stills. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to Alfred is confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
First down, Houston.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Mike 4. He don't know no better. Mike 4. 24.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7 from the gun, Robert Johnson. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 44.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down. Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got it at the 15. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Mike 4. Mike 4. Mike 4. Mike 4. All day. Hey, alert, alert. Mike 4. Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball?
Operating from the gun, Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Stafford on 1st down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Ross Blacklock brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Stafford throws complete to Galladay. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Makes it 2nd
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Monday.
To throw again. Stafford. Open man, he's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. And this one's incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and it's 3rd and short.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Lions' 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Watson. He's got Fuller. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
11 yards.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a toss running left, Akers. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Akers, the ball carrier.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Flushed out right. Throwing deep for Galladay. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
It's 2nd down.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Jeff Okudah. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on 3rd down. Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
After the interception, here's Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off near the 44. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Stay 50.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Cam Akers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Out of the gun, Stafford. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched him before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On 1st down, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going deep here for Stills. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. But it'll be second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Stafford, he's going to let it fly. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And Watson's going to throw it here. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Taken in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to...
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. 41's the mic, 41's the mic. Check 41. Ain't no such thing as a loss.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
They snap it to Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Coming to you. Mike 5'9", all day, just like that.
Throwing now, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Will Harris. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Pass intended for Kenny Golladay. Incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 31! We got 3. Mike 4.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one is incomplete.